guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Social Media Growth Hacks, a new channel that I've set up to help you guys grow your blog, grow your social media, and make some money along the way. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to successfully launch a niche travel site. And I'm very excited as I've got some amazing people to interview today. So I've got Stephanie, who has a niche site about the Balkans and Oklahoma. I've got Gemma, who's got a niche site about Scotland and also a niche site about growing traffic to your travel blogs. I've got Kathy, who has a niche site about Scotland that she's been running for the last few years. And I've got Mary Ellen, who has a niche site about India and is going to be doing things a little bit differently. So let's get started.
So my name is Kathy. I'm originally from Vienna in Austria, but I live in Scotland, in Glasgow. And about 4 years ago, in 2016, I started a website that is all about traveling around Scotland. There's the kind of classic elements of ad revenue, affiliate income, campaign work, so any content creation campaigns with local tourism boards and local travel brands, things like that. But then I also started doing a bit more kind of creative ways of monetizing. So one big thing for me is my itinerary planning service. And that really grew out of more and more readers wanting personalized and tailored advice. And I realized, A, I can't spend all of that time on if it's not part of my business, and B, it's a great business. I also offer private walking tours in Glasgow. I started last year offering an annual women's hiking retreat, although this year we had to cancel it, so I guess it was only one so far. So there's lots and lots of different ways. And then I also work with brands directly on their digital marketing and their content strategies. This site has been where people find me, how people find out about me, and also how people gain trust, because it is a personal website. I don't know how it is in the rest of the UK or over in Ireland, but I think in Scotland there's still a lot of work to be done. And so I speak a lot to brands about this, but I pitch very, very few times in a year. It's the majority of projects I get are brands actually approaching me. And the good thing is then you're just negotiating a fee, but they're prepared to actually invest in you.
I'm Mary Ellen Ward, and I'm the publisher of breathedreamgo.com. And my site, Breathe Dream Go, is it's going to be 11 years old in August. It's not necessarily a niche travel site, but I've always focused largely on travel in India. And I certainly, in terms of ranking and niche authority on Google, I do very well with anything to do with travel in India. And most people know me for my travel in India content. Having the foundation of Breathe Dream Go and having that niche authority, it just slowly evolved over time that it made sense for me when I was thinking about monetizing. So you have to think about what are the monetization strategies that could work for me. They might not work for someone else, but what would work for me? So what would work for me as somebody who's doing a niche blog on travel in a specific destination, especially a destination like India that's known for being a difficult travel destination. Over time, with various experimentation, over a couple of years, I came up with this model of offering custom tours to India, and which I call India for Beginners. I'm not a tour travel company expert, So I have a partner in Delhi, and that's what they do. And they do all the bookings, the payments, they have the certification, the insurance. They are a really good company. So in partnership with them, I came up with this indiaforbeginners.com. So that's my second site. For any bloggers who want to get into actually running tours, this is a different thing entirely, a different mindset. There's different things you need to do, like register your business on Google, or get a TripAdvisor page for your business or whatever.
Hi, I'm Gemma Armit. I run the travel website Two Scots Abroad, which is a broad general site for travel guides and packing lists, and I started that in 2014. In 2017, I began a website called Make Traffic Happen, but we actually call it a network. It's like an SEO network, a search engine optimization network, and I own that with Laura Lynch, who owns 100 websites. And I have just started a project called Everything Edinburgh, which is a destination niche site with my friend Ronan. This is what I tell everybody that wants to be a blogger. You can't think short term. There's short term wins and short term gains that you should celebrate every milestone for. But blogging is a 5-year plan. So you should always have a 3 to 5 year plan. And Everything Edinburgh isn't just going to be a website. It's going to have a number of funnels that we can monetize. We actually made our first, sent our first invoice and got paid money. And that was within weeks of it starting. So first of all, you have a professional looking website that shows that you know what you're talking about. You have content that shows authority, that you know the topics that you're talking about, and you have to network. So obviously you have had the confidence from Two Scots Abroad that when I am speaking to other businesses, I can say, well, I've actually been doing this since 2014. I have a Facebook group where I teach other bloggers how to do this. So this is not my first rodeo. Like, that's kind of what I go in with. In the future, for Everything Edinburgh, we hope that 5-year plan, that we will be monetizing through affiliates, and we've put affiliates on the website from day one, so we don't have to go back and do that. We understand just now it's probably not going to happen. But we have also virtual tour affiliates with companies. So when we created that guide, we just said, hey, Gemma Two Scots Abroad, can I have the affiliate for Two Scots Abroad and a separate one for Everything Edinburgh? So it is much easier to come in with your niche site, having the experience and be known for another website as well. Advertisement, then the shocker of media buying, but we had already decided that we weren't going to push for the 10K sessions at a time where tourism isn't happening in Edinburgh. We wanted to just be building our brand, making our name for ourselves, and networking. Down the line, we are confident that we'll hit the 50K sessions, and we'll then have ads on the site. Campaigns, once we can actually see people face to face, we're going to send out a blast email to all the PRs and introduce ourselves, which I've never done with Two Scots Abroad because I'm never here.
Yeah.
So to introduce yourself to all the PR companies and then say no to everything, I never wanted to be a no person. Whereas Ronan's super social, so if I'm not here, I'm confident that Ronan will just go and do all the events and the invites that we get invited to, which are often unpaid, but it's about that networking opportunities. For that is affiliates, ads, campaigns. That's probably within the first 3 years, that's what we will be monetizing on. Possibly advertisement through the newsletter. So Make Traffic Happen has no ads on the website, and that's on purpose at the moment. We do have affiliates, but the affiliates are very different. The affiliates are for products and services that we use to be better bloggers and niche site owners. So it's just things that make our lives easier, things that help us analyze, or things like software and products that make our websites run better speed-wise or look better aesthetically. And then we've got products, and this is where we make most of our money on. So we have a teachable course called SEO the Easy Way. It's $119. We then have an ebook for SEO the Easy Way, which is the same as the course. It's just not in video form. It's just in PDF form. And that's $75. With both of them, you get workbooks to work through as well. So I'm an ex-teacher of politics and current affairs. I quit my job in 2018. So everything's very much that you would expect if you had a tutor that's given you work to do. You've got the resource and you've got the content to work through to implement your own site on as well. And then we've got our, it's not even new anymore, but our newest ebook, which was Speed Optimization the Easy Way. And that's about ensuring that you've got a fast website. But we sell them, but we don't hard sell them. So we just attend events and conferences. We present at conferences. That's usually unpaid, but with the premise that we get to promote our own products. We're both professional speakers as well. Obviously, my teaching background, Laura used to teach in Washington, DC. She taught people how to build websites and stuff like that within the state government. And then we have workshops. So we've kind of changed in the sense that we're not as keen to do free sessions anymore, but we are keen to do workshops where we usually split the bill 50-50 with the conference owner. That's the kind of active side of the income. So we've got affiliates, no ads, products, which we make once, we update about twice a year, and then we've got the workshops. And we've got the Facebook group, which is free, the newsletter, which is free, it's got free lessons on it, and there are funnels. So that's how we sell. We don't allow people to promote other products that compete with us. We give lots of free advice and free support, and we have our natural cheerleaders that have used our products and they promote for us so we don't have to.
I'm Stephanie Craig. I started out with a site called historyfangirl.com, which is my global site. And then I moved to Bulgaria and realized that this region, the Balkans, deserved a niche site. There are some niche sites already about it. It's not like there are none. But I just fell in love with Bulgaria, and I thought Bulgaria needed a really great niche site. And so I approached our mutual friend Allison Green about doing a Balkan site because she travels the Balkans a lot too and is also now in Sofia. And so we launched Sofia Adventures in 2018. It just turned 2. And I am about to move to Oklahoma at the end of the year. And so I started an Oklahoma niche site called Oklahoma Wonders to throw myself into re-exploring the state because I haven't lived there for 18 years. So for the Oklahoma site, Americans don't typically book things like Get Your Guide tours or even Viator tours aren't as well known. We're more independent. We travel. A road trip is more common than a flight, unless unless you're in the East Coast corridor, you're not going to take a train. So there's less opportunity for particular affiliates. Although I know some, and I just started this site 3 months ago, so. Right now it's monetized through Mediavine, but it's not, and that's great because America is a good place for RPM, but it's not monetized in any other true ways yet. But my plans are Amazon and StubHub and Etsy and booking and rental cars. So Americans live through Amazon, so it's a little bit easier. And because the site is more of a state-focused site, it doesn't have to be only travel. So Sofia Adventures, because it's European travel, most of our affiliates are hotel bookings and tours. The tours are really popular. And because the Balkans are a little bit of a more interesting place to travel, car rental tours are great because there's a big road tripping culture here, but it is hard sometimes because crossing borders in this part of the world is harder. But every capital city and major travel site here has some really common $50 to $100 day trips that almost everybody wants to take. And so we'll give people the information. If we know the information for how to do it by yourself, we'll give you that information because we don't think the only way to enjoy the region is with an expensive trip.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this video all about launching a successful niche travel site. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing to my channel below. Thanks for watching, and let's grow our social media together.